My parents have this amazing backyard with a pool and multiple play areas for my kids. All of this is artificial turf grass and this incredible deck. However, they are hosting an event here really soon, and there are a couple things that we need to take care of before that event. So let's get started. This time I'm going to be working on a privacy screen for the garbage cans. There are garbage cans that are over on the side of the house by the fence, but they are right as you walk in the house. You can also see them when you come off of the deck and when you come out of the pool bathroom. So my mom got these really nice privacy screens, and they actually come with a planter box at the bottom, which is kind of cool. So I got everything out of the box. It was a very large box that was fairly heavy. I then got to work putting it together. There are these two side poles that you then insert all of the slots into. And honestly, doing it on one side was not that big of a deal. Once I got to the other side though, and making sure everything stayed in place, it wasn't exactly my favorite thing ever. There's really no way to keep everything just solidly in place. Like there's no screws that they provide. You just kind of have to snap it in place and then hope it stays together. And in some cases it doesn't, like when you move it around. So I did get frustrated with this on several occasions, but I did eventually get everything into place. I got the two sides locked into place enough that nothing slid around, and I was then able to move it out of the way and start on the planter box. The planter box was fairly simple. It was just these 4 posts that you then would slide the slats into. And I will say, I believe this was probably 3D printed based on the quality of it, and stuff lined up fairly well, but things were just slightly off in a few places. So it's not the most expensive and the nicest privacy screen ever, but especially if you're trying to go for something a little bit more budget friendly, I think this is a good one. Just keep in mind that you may have to reinforce the bottom of this planter box like I did to make sure that the plants don't fall through. Did end up widening the holes for those support pieces that go underneath the bottom of the planter box, and I actually put in ground contact pressure treated wood, so they're good for being outside and getting wet and having to hold up a whole container of soil and plants and have all that water dripping down. Otherwise, you could use this for pool toys, you could use it for play toys. It's definitely have a lot of options with this, and you wouldn't necessarily need to do that reinforcement. Just something to keep in mind. Assembly wise, it was not a huge deal. Just had to put the slats in that would connect the posts and then screw in these longer screws that go all the way through the posts so that the slats stay in place. And then I just placed the base right on top because that goes in easily, and it does have drainage holes. So if you do end up putting plants in here, you're not going to end up having it flooded and those plants drowning. There are these caps that go on top to make it all look finished and put together. And again, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is 3D printed because they weren't exactly long enough. Like they're just a little tiny bit short, but it was fine. They also have these little spacer pieces that go into the outside of the post to make everything look a little bit more seamless and finished. This is what it looks like done. It hid the trash cans perfectly. I did secure the privacy screen part to the planter using the brackets that were provided in the box, and then my mom put plants in it, and it looks like this, and it's beautiful. We love it.